my page. I hate the Streamlabs app. I should have, but it's more stable.
Okay.
If you could change cameras. Oh, I gotta find where I'm playing myself at.
Okay, better. Just showing you a dirty screen.
Yeah, well.
Okay, better. Just showing you a dirty screen.
Yeah, well.
That's not my best view, huh?
Sorry. I don't know where else to put it where it won't screw something up.
Yeah, well, you're not clicking on any buttons.
Like to get that.
Closer.
Where's that? It says Humanity Junction, $3. Why does it say that?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear us? Can you guys hear us?
Right. That's the important thing.
Give us the 5x5.
Yeah, yes, it could use quite the dusting indeed.
My
I keep
computer
telling him
is
that.
always picking up dust because it's always open.
Yeah. Okay, so how's audio?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Okay, good. Okay, great.
So you'll have to refresh on yours.
I tried to refresh.
There.
Okay.
Takes it a couple of seconds. It's
Sure
like 15
did.
seconds behind. Okay, so I got to remember I'm on this camera now.
Yeah, that. So we put the building.
Hey, Sir Gareth, nice to see you again. CMD models,
That
everybody.
building looks very old with the ceiling beams. Yeah,
It is
we
old.
are, and it is. The floors are uneven.
Okay, let's. Is everybody getting that Humanity Junction thing right there? Why that's there,
I am too.
don't
I have
know.
it. Or how to get rid of it.
Yeah, how do I empty my
Just
screen?
give you $3.
Well, I don't have anything up here that says so. All right, honey, I'm so
Whatever.
distracted. We're fighting
we
everything.
are
Let's
very
just get this
distracted.
happening.
Yeah, sorry. Then it goes to Heath.
Okay. So, yeah, well, we're in a 600-year-old building. Yeah.
Yeah.
The room is modern in terms of technology and everything around. You can see it's a modern kitchen.
They painted the brick. There's some drywall right here, like in the kitchen. They tried to make the kitchen level.
But the floors are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just extremely unlevel.
Trying to get you on camera more. There we go.
A mock two-door family.
Yeah,
garage.
the floors are like this.
Yeah.
It
is. Yeah. So that's it's taken a bit, and there's a step everywhere.
You could put a ball and roll it.
Oh yeah, it would be. But you have a step down to the kitchen, a step down behind us to the hallway, a step over into the bathroom, a step up into the bedroom.
Yeah, so it's...
Well, yeah, we said it's around this... Yeah, it's about 600 years old. So,
yeah.
Obviously, they can't level it. We were discussing that this morning about changing the weight. I was
explaining it. Yeah, that because it's an old building, to like put in a self-leveling situation, they'd have to completely restructure the building.
Right.
So, a lot of people love this because it gives them...
sense of... oldness.
Personality.
Yeah, it does.
Uniqueness.
But yeah, it's got black beams that have been painted white, sort of. Good morning, Mansville.
Hi, Mansville.
So yes, it's 100% a trip hazard, And worse, the beam you can see behind us, Anthony has nailed his head a couple of times. Because he's watching the steps. I'll show you. Nothing like live. So step down again. So if he's watching the steps, he whacks his head. He's done it at least twice. So it's
not for 6'3" people.
It's got a lot of character.
It's got a lot of character. The bed is very comfortable and nice. So
it is a very comfortable bed, although it is pitched down.
It's pitched down.
Really.
It's pitched down so much you expect your feet to be on your head when you wake up.
Pretty much. I'm almost wondering if we should just turn the pillows around,
and sleep on the other end.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy. I didn't notice it once I laid down. I really didn't.
Oh, if you notice, every time I laid down, I coughed. Went to the bathroom, came back.
Okay,
and coughed.
so we had a crazy hectic weekend. We did go, and you saw the video, or some of you may have seen the video.
You maybe did or didn't, yeah.
The Aachen, we went to Hornby's in Aachen. And it was an amazing store. They were very kind and very helpful in a lot of things. They're helping me look for some things, and they just didn't have it.
Right.
But a huge store, and it was very cool. I really don't like the fact that I'm advertising Humanity Junction here. Not that I have anything against Heath, but it's my live stream, and I can't find any way to get that off my screen. It's like he's pushed in, and you shall...
Hardy, I can see the news in the morning. 500-year-old building knocked down by an American. Hitting the door.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
By an American headbutting the door, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Hornby's was really a cool store to see.
Entry. We're spending.
And I expected to spend money there, and I didn't. I bought two little smoke units, some smoke units for a couple of locomotives I have that need them. Dig into the magic
Maybe
bag.
we're auctioning him off. The bid right now is $3.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then the next day we went to Cochem, and we did not find a model train shop in Cochem. We didn't look for one. But Cochem was very beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And eventually there'll be videos.
Is too small.
We have images on Facebook. We put up like random images, not a lot, just a few images. Mm-hmm. But I got to try to follow the chat stream here. Everybody's still saying hi to each other.
Pretty much. When we were in Aachen, the day before, we hiked up. We were in the Netherlands, surprise. We hiked up to what is called the three country corner. Boy, is it commercialized there. Although we were a little too late for the gift shop. We really would have bought a t-shirt. So anyway.
No, actually that probably helps me, Andy.
That was quite a steep walk. A long and steep walk. And so, right, Ifo. It was a long, steep walk. It's like Anthony said, I thought the Netherlands were flat. So we get up there and we find out we're at the highest point in the Netherlands.
And there's a lot of these three-country border points.
Oh, sure there are.
There's one in Switzerland, Germany.
So anyway, it was a lot. It was a lot of work. So
Belgium, Luxembourg, France.
The next
they're
day,
all over, but it was cool to us.
Well, Germany has so many borders, but
but many countries have points where.
Yeah, you're very tight here.
Yeah.
So anyway, we took the bus up to the Cochem Castle.
Yeah, we took the bus up to Cochem because we just didn't want to. We didn't want to climb up another steep hill. Still had to do a lot of climbing up there.
It was the highest point. It's not anymore.
Somebody fell down.
I'm confused, yeah.
Somebody with a beer belly fell down 2 feet away. Oh, no,
They buried him.
So, it was absolutely insane just how much walking we did. We were doing 10, 15 miles a day for a few days there.
That's cool, Artie.
And so we decided we went to Trier, and we saw all the Roman ruins.
Right.
But there was a toy shop in Trier I was going to go to, but we found this little sign, saw the little sign that said Märklin, and said, "Oh, cool! So let's go in." And we went into this place called Thiesen's.
Yeah.
Thiesen's, and he was really cool. And I actually bought a couple of things there, which I did show in the video about Thiesen's.
Yeah, he had a bunch of display cases on the first floor.
See, I have to wait and see when this comes on. Let's see, if I hold in front of your eyes, I know it'll be on camera.
Sorry.
Da, 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 da. See, I have to pause this 15-second pause to see if it works on. Joyce is taking a coughing break.
Yeah.
Some people get a coffee break. Some people take a coughing break. But I bought a couple of these. Hey, Leslie, how are you? And I apologize to anybody I missed coming in. It's just... Well, Ifo, you need to get in touch with your government. Tell them to change that plaque because they're still claiming it's the highest point. Very, whoops.
I managed to buy some Kleenex with menthol in it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm holding it up to the wrong camera. There we go. So I got a couple of these. I'm very pleased with these. I really like these a lot. Gentleman was very friendly.
I didn't even know what you picked up, to be honest. And you got another smoker thing. Deutsche Bahn Red. Oh, that would be tragic, wouldn't it?
No, I got the smoker unit at...
Yeah, but you got another one.
Right. Oh, you're right. I did get one there, too. Right, so now I've got all the smoker units I wanted to get.
Modern grain unit.
The standard modern grain unit, yeah. But, hey, I saw them. I liked them.
Yeah, you liked them, so
we'll be seeing them on my layout very soon.
Yep.
Well, not very soon.
Why
It'll
not?
be a couple of weeks yet.
Back one, so they were expensive.
Almost 3 weeks yet.
I really liked them. That's
3 weeks from today. 3 weeks from today, they'll be making an appearance on the live stream.
Gosh,
so I got 2 of those.
I'm not worried about the flight yet. I know.
So I got 2 of those, and then I got a couple of the other smoker units. So then we had our last day in Koblenz, and we had budgeted that to be just a rest, relax, and get ready for the long train ride.
Mm-hmm.
And we
hiked.
We hiked another hill. We hiked up
another hill
in Koblenz.
Not quite as
but the big news,
deep,
let's talk model trains.
Right. Okay.
Let's talk model trains.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We went to the shop. Now, maybe you remember, maybe you don't. I could almost do this as an interrogation like, all right, do you remember or do you not remember?
Yeah, we have a low light here.
But I had taken my class 249, which my phone is currently sitting on.
Yeah, that's true. But you're going to lose the view.
And now I'll have to wait 15 seconds for it to come back and see if I got it in the right place.
Well, that was close enough.
Damn, I did pretty good there.
Yeah, you did do pretty well.
All right. We brought this to Germany because it died about 3-4 weeks before I came to Germany. And I just figured it'd be cheaper to bring it to Germany and see if I could get it fixed here than shipping it off to somewhere in the United States, paying all the money to ship it, get it shipped back and pay for that and blah, blah, blah. So we knew we were staying in Koblenz. So that little shop I did a video of, Rössler's. I added it to the back of the Hornby.
Hornby, yeah.
Yeah. He agreed to look at it when we arrived.
Right, yeah, we brought it.
And he said it would be, if it is the motor, because I thought the motor was dead, because everything else was working. Everything else was working, but the motor wasn't. It wouldn't move. And I had checked the contacts. I had checked the decoder board and everything. I had checked it all. But for some reason, hey, Sir Christopher, great to see you there.
Hi, Christopher.
But he said it would be $40 for the motor and $20 for the work if it is the motor. Otherwise, he might have to send it out and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, we're in Germany, and I can give you an address of a friend of mine in the European Union who would then ship it back to me, and I'll just pay him back for it. So we had worked it out. Well, we went in the last day that we were going to be in Koblenz to see if it was ready or to find out what the bad news is.
Yeah.
So we walked in, and he didn't recognize me right away. He's like, yeah, hello. And he goes, oh, yeah, Amerikaner. And he starts walking, and he says, der 249, or 200, yeah, 94, der 294, the 249. And as he's walking through, he goes, ja, ich habe gute Nachricht. Und I have good news. Ich habe gute Nachricht und nee, nur gute Nachricht. Yeah. I have good news
it's only good news.
Nope, it's only good news.
We were a little worried there for a moment.
Okay, so he brings it out. He's explained what he does. He said it was a real odd contact. That said it took him a day and a half to find it. That it wasn't the motor. That it was a contact on the circuit board. And he says it took him, a guy who professionally repairs, a day and a half to find it.
Hello, TTRE.
Bonsoir, TTRE. Oh, yeah, definitely the German sense of humor.
Oh, sure it is, yeah.
Ça va. So, but the thing is, he gets it out and he shows that it's working. And yes, it is working. Everything's great. So I'm on cloud nine. I'm like, yes, it's working. Yes. And I ask him, how much do we owe you? And he says, nix, nothing. He did it for free. Oh my God. I'm like, whoa, I was tearing up because we had so many good things happening. I mean, we all the good things we did, seeing Artie again in Frankfurt, and then the great time we had in Koblenz, and seeing all these great train shops. And this guy, I come all this way, and he fixes my locomotive, and he doesn't charge me €1.
Yes, that was so sweet.
Hey, Sir Raymond.
Okay, Alan?
Yeah.
Reynolds came in?
Hey, Sir Alan of Reynolds, hello.
And one of your former students chased you down.
Who? Which one? Because they were here last week, or one of them was.
I don't think so. That comment did not feel like it was recent.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Keep going. Oh, Mariah Salazar.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Mariah Salazar.
It's my old teacher. Mariah.
Oh, I can't make them I can't make them add as moderator. Well, because I'm here, yeah.
So, hello, Mariah.
Hello, Mariah Salazar. How are you? Oh, I shall feel old now. Even older.
How does her finding you on YouTube make you feel old?
Oh, I don't care if my students find me. Now that I don't teach, I don't care if my students find me on YouTube. I didn't care back then.
We sort of questioned that. If it was like he knew he got free publicity from us.
But again, the funny thing is, the vast majority of people who watched the video where I had Hunebeiners on it, I don't know if many of them watched the second half.
Yeah, I watched it all the way to the end.
To see the little shop, because he was...
Okay, Mariah, spill the beans.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Hot dog Andy's.
Oh. Well, I think we're in good shape. She says, I miss you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not one.
Oh, you'll find many students who hated me, but most enjoyed being in my class. Mm-hmm. So, classes, depending on what subject I taught.
Already bad news, Anthony, you are old.
Shut up.
Yeah, we know.
So, yeah, he fixed it for free.
Yeah, that was so nice.
And it
gave us the old diodes.
It was so...
Yeah, not only did he fix it for free, but he also made us feel good because he had to work so hard to find it. It's not crazy that Anthony could,
Right.
Yeah, so it didn't make him feel like an idiot or anything.
So that was brilliant. So I've got a new so I'm down to only 2 locos that need fixed. That 371, the 371 needs fixed, and the 442 needs fixed. And 442 I'm going to just have to send off to
Cool, man. So,
California.
oh, is he receiving stuff?
He's put up an ad again the other day.
Oh, that's good.
So we'll see if he can do it. So anyhow, yeah, this was just mind-blowing how nice it was that he did this for us.
Hi, Clive.
Hey, Clive. Well, I said hi to Clive when he came in earlier. There you go.
I had.
Okay, well, good. So, yeah, it was just brilliant to have this 249 working again. I can now run both my 249s.
Yeah, we put it on the track and proved it. So.
Yeah, oh yeah, he tested it for us, wanted to show us he got it fixed.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. And, yeah, so, there's a lot of things that if I didn't have a budget and if I didn't have specific things I'm saving money for, I would have bought at all of these shops. They all had some cool things.
Right.
Because one of the cool things about these little shops, even if they don't have like Teasons in Trier, Teasons in Trier, is he's got one of the few remaining ICE 4s, the 39718 versions. He says they're sold out.
Right.
Everywhere, and he's got one of the last ones left on a shelf. And he was trying to encourage me to buy, and I'm like, I've already got 2 ICE 4s. So yeah, it just and I love talking to the people. And sometimes I don't want to stick the camera on when I'm talking to the people. They're not all comfortable being on camera. Germany has very strict privacy laws that, even if the place gives you permission to film, there can be people saying, don't film me. And then you have to stop. And I ran into that quite a bit at Hunterbeins, where we had a lot of people like, getting mad that you're filming. And so we cut the camera, and when I edit it, I cut it out.
Right. Yeah, we should try to.
So it was. They've all been brilliant, and of course
they won't get out of the way for my pictures.
No.
Yeah.
No, the only thing.
Get out of my way.
The one bad thing we're having in Germany, and it's the worst it's ever been, and I've talked to some people about this. And they're saying, yes, things are a mess right now, is we've yet to have a train that hasn't had a delay. Normally, and I'm not talking the usual 2-minute or 5-minute delay. I'm talking hour delay, 20-minute delay. We were supposed to get to not Koblenz. We were supposed to get to Lübeck at 4:00. We didn't get to Lübeck till 7:00.
Yeah, that train just kept stopping. In the middle of the tracks.
Well, before it was 2 hours late before it got to pick us up, and then it just lost an hour on the way. But they were having the one that brought us up to Lübeck.
Okay.
You got that today, trying to film one of the Hooters. Yeah, that might happen, Artie. Do they even have Hooters here in Germany? Well, actually they do, but I mean the restaurant.
They did.
So this was just, it's been awkward.
It seems fairly American.
But the biggest thing is walking down the sidewalks. It's become a real challenge where Germans, the same age as us, a few years younger, they see you're there and they play chicken with you, like who's going to move first. It's like, I have cars this way. I can't move over any further. Share a little bit of the sidewalk with us. Playing chicken with people on the sidewalk has been a real great insanity. But so we have in Lübeck, there really is not a model train shop in Lübeck. Simon Jensen asked me about one shop, and I looked it up and couldn't find no information on it, so it must have closed. There is a shop about 20-30 minutes by bus outside of Lübeck. It would take us 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get to the bus stop, and then another 30 minutes to get out there. And it wasn't that important to go out there. And looking at their online list, they really they're listed as a Miracle shop, but they don't have a lot of Miracle, and so I just not going to worry about getting out there. We're going up to Kiel, and there is a model train shop in Kiel, and we're not going to spend a lot of time in Kiel, so I will probably do that. But Artie, we have to talk to you because we're debating, like, we go up to Kiel in the morning, and then do we just say screw it and go back down and do Delmenhorst in the evening, so we're not trying to rush back and forth with Hamburg tomorrow? The thing is, doing Delmenhorst on Sunday kills time before we can check into our hotel in Hamburg. Right. But we could walk around and go to some of the shops in Hamburg until it's time to check in. We could just stay in Hamburg. Because we got to go to Landungsbrücken, so in some ways it might work out that we might... Artie, I'm really thinking, I don't know how you feel about it, but go straight down to, or skip Kiel and just go down to Delmenhorst tomorrow.
Okay.
Go down to Hamburg and then over to Delmenhorst. We have to go to Hamburg to go to Delmenhorst.
Right, yeah, I know.
Because I want to get some pictures, and I'm thinking maybe so if you want to go with us to, I don't know, I think I'm talking myself into skipping Kiel and doing Delmenhorst tomorrow. Or doing Kiel and then going down to Delmenhorst. This is the problem when I come up with this idea now and really have to debate things. But a couple of the guys were talking about with the trains.
They're talking about videos. Mansell asked, anybody having, her videos are doing terribly. Is this just mine? Or everything's down. Everybody's views are down. Although, our Hornby video got a lot. Hey, Jean Ricard, hi. It's an even keel.
Say what? It's an even keel. But don't bump.
So
he's here all week. Try the view.
Evo, I think, said that anything that could have gone through Cologne was...
Well, they've been finding those bombs.
Yeah, but we were in Cologne...
The day after, but they may have found another one.
Something else?
Or something else. They also had nasty thunderstorms in Frankfurt, so they might have extended back towards, up towards Cologne. Because, there's been nasty storms since we left that area. We've had a couple of heavy downpours here.
Yeah, we have.
But no thunderstorms.
And the sun will come out of.
We'll have 5 minutes rain, 5 minutes sun, 5 minutes rain, 5 minutes sun. More like hour rain, hour sun, hour rain, hour sun. It's been pretty wild. We took pictures of the one place 10 minutes apart, one in the rain, one with blue sky behind it.
Yeah, right.
The Rathaus here.
Yeah.
So it's been, we're having a good time. We've had...
Andrew S., have you ever been to Kiel before? No,
I've never been to Kiel before. So that's one of the reasons we picked Lübeck, is we're debating going up to Kiel. Flensburg is a really pretty town, I hear.
We heard about that. We were in Westkreuz as opposed to Cologne. But, the Cologne station was open. People were getting out in Cologne.
Yeah, we went through.
That was the day after.
That was the day after. They shut everything and rerouted everything around Cologne the day before. You couldn't get into Cologne via train and that because they had blocked off that whole region.
Right.
And that happened a couple of years ago because they found one of the American dam buster or British dam buster bombs from World War II.
Boy, that's scary. All that stuff that's under the ground.
Yeah, well, World War One.
They were digging
World War One still claims casualties. Something like 3 to 10 casualties a year because people go out in a field and they catch an old landmine or an old mortar shell that finally goes off, or a farmer's running his machine, plowing his field, and all of a sudden
it's something and bam. Yeah.
So there are still casualties of World War One and World War II.
They were building a garage or something. That's how they found them.
Yep. So anyhow, I really, really, really am debating what to do tomorrow because the thing is, Kiel is very similar to Lübeck. It's about an hour and a half to get up there, hour and a half to get back. But the biggest
Do
thing...
we have to go to Hamburg to get up there?
No, we go straight.
We can't have a...
You go over to Schleswig.
Okay.
And then up. But see, the thing is, I'm feeling pressed for time on Sunday that if we want to go to Delmenhorst to get pictures. I'm not going to feel bad if I miss Kiel.
Mm-hmm.
There will always be maybe another time for Kiel. I mean, the point is but since we want to go to Delmenhorst and I want to get those pictures of Delmenhorst, I feel like it's tempting time if we do it all on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, we can go to Hamburg, pick up with Artie, go to Landungsbrücke, maybe go to the Rathaus and the Jungfernstieg, and then go to and maybe hit a couple of the model train shops. We can show Artie around Hamburg if he hasn't checked it out yet tomorrow. And then I think doing Delmenhorst tomorrow, and if we don't do Kiel, we don't do Kiel. I don't think you're...
I'm wondering if we could do them both.
It's possible. It's an hour and a half up there, an hour and a half back, and then to Delmenhorst, it's an hour and a half from here. Actually, it'll be more than an hour and a half. It'll be 2 hours from here.
Well, better chance of rain on Sunday.
Hey, Randall, how are you? No Rendsburg Bridge. No, we really want to go to it. There was a YouTube channel, and the guy passed away, from what I understand, that used to film at the Rendsburg Bridge all the time. And catch the boats going through.
He had such a pretty sighting.
His video was the first one where I saw the blue 218s for the Pressnitz company, the Deutsche Pressnitz. Cloudy with occasional rain showers. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Sunday is going to be even worse.
Yeah.
So maybe Saturday is a better idea. Well, tomorrow's Friday.
Today's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday.
That's right. Tomorrow, yeah.
So, I was thinking of going to the Rendsburg Bridge. So. Sean Ricard, Joyce, if you want to go to Kiel, you go to Kiel.
Oh, no worries, Sean.
You just, automatically.
Yeah, he's just picking. Was it Rail Herbie?
What?
Was it Rail Herbie?
No, it was not Rail Herbie. It was a German gentleman. I'm actually still subscribed to his channel, but he hasn't posted in 2 years now. And I know a lot of German guys are talking about a couple of different guys passed away. Mm-hmm. And one of them mentioned, I loved his shots at Rendsburg. So I'm thinking we could be talking the same guy here. I'd have to go back by the channel. But he used to take these beautiful pictures of ICs going across the Rendsburg Bridge.
Right.
But, weather is also a factor here. We're dealing with crappy weather. So we just have to play it by ear and decide what we're going to do. But I'm really, since I've been here, I've been sort of the thing that pulls me to Kiel is going to the one train shop because they've got a really good train shop in Kiel, I'm told. And
right, yeah, we figured as much.
But Kiel itself would be very similar to Lübeck, and to go to Kiel and be a different town would be fine. But I really, really, really want to get down to Delmenhorst, and so that's more important to me. And I'm just looking at our schedule on Sunday with everything we're doing on Sunday. I feel like we're squeezing in too much. We're going to be flying into Hamburg, try to find Artie, hour and 20 minutes or so down to Delmenhorst, hour and 40 minutes now down to Delmenhorst, get everything in Delmenhorst done, and get back into Hamburg by 6:30 to get into Miniature Wonderland. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like that's pushing time too much. Yeah, we'll be going over the bridge at Rendsburg.
If we went to Kiel. Or no.
No. We're going over it anyhow.
To go to
Denmark.
Denmark, okay.
Oh, speaking of that, we've changed our mind. Hey, Chris from the Valleys, thanks for joining us tonight in a messed up, screwed up live feed. I had some things planned, but my computer wasn't handling the Wi-Fi, but at least things are working much better on my phone. But it just limits the camera. Plus, I've got Humanity Junction's thing on my chest here. So I'm advertising. Heath owes me money. I've been advertising his channel all live stream. Yeah, there's no getting rid of it. You touch the screen, you're going to pause it.
Yeah.
So now you're way off. So, yeah, it's just, why not bypass Artie in Hamburg? Only you would say something so rude and ridiculous, Jean.
Cold, Jean.
Very cold. Very cold and heartless of you, Jean, but you are a Dane. But, yeah, so I'm really thinking Delmenhorst tomorrow, maybe just Kiel. We'll just wake up and go to Delmenhorst as we feel it, and because we gotta go to Hamburg, so we'll have to communicate with you, Artie. And then if you want to meet us and come down to, well, actually, we'd have to get the state ticket in advance, so we'd have to.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, well, maybe after the live stream today. But yeah, because from here, we're going to Miniature Wonderland on Sunday with Artie. And then...
actually, we're going to Miniature Wonderland. Artie's just coming along. Come on, that's how it was. 23
that's a way to put a stop on that one. We're going to Miniature Wonderland with Artie. No, we're going to Miniature Wonderland. Artie's just going to be there at the same time. I see. Well.
It wasn't initially planned that way.
Yeah, you got to watch Joyce. She can add that little cold-hearted cut streak in there. Hey, Andy, 1962.
Yes, we are going to love
Andy, 1962, if you didn't know, this will be our 7th visit to Miniature Wonderland. This will be our 7th visit to Miniature Wonderland. And yes, we are going to love it. Yeah, I could bypass Denmark and stay in Kiel. I don't think Kiel has enough to keep me there for a few days. I'm not sure Denmark does, but we're going to try.
Oh. He doesn't want us? I mean, what the
hell?
He's
just trying to get... Well, I just called him cold-hearted and mean.
All right. Gotcha.
Fine, don't come to me. You know you'd be crying in your pillow if we said we're not coming.
Pretty upset, I think, if we bypassed you.
But, so yeah, I'm thinking Delmenhorst tomorrow. I don't know if I should announce it or not on Facebook and tell all our old exchange program colleagues, hey, we're going to be in Delmenhorst tomorrow. Nah.
I don't mean that meanly at all. It's just that's more than we...
You got a nice package to deliver to Miniature Wonderland.
Oh, golly, Artie, don't lock it down. Suspicious package.
Just remember, it's all 1/87 scale, Artie, so it's really not that large.
Yeah, really.
Okay, we'll move on from the innuendos there.
Yeah, I think we should move on.
Move on. But yeah, it's... Yeah, this will be our first time seeing the Monaco F1 in action.
In action, yeah.
Yeah, we saw them working on it 2 years ago. They already had a lot of Monaco put in, but they still had not gotten the race car sorted. They were just starting to put the base board in before they then decided to change it to that computer program board that they had a company make. They designed and the company made for them. Right. They're brilliant stuff. I mean, that's the real secret of Miniature Wonderland is how much technology they're pushing in the model train world. Even the new Wiesmann car system is based on stuff Miniature Wonderland started.
Hey, we're on your time now. You're not up late.
Wow. 2.9 squillions? You just got an email saying 2.9 squillions. Wow. There is a reason you're so late to the show. Why are you so late to the show, Jean? What happened? There's no such thing as being late to the show. You arrive as you can. That's like going to a pub and saying you're late, and it's your first time at the pub. How can you be late?
Yeah, Leslie, you really do. Would very much be worth the trip.
Model train people, just anybody. You don't have to be into model trains. I took the worst type of kids you could take, American teenagers, to a model train shop, to a model train display place. And my kids all walked out of there loving Miniature Wonderland. They loved it.
They did. They really found it fun.
They enjoyed the dirty jokes. They enjoyed everything.
Yeah, there was plenty to entertain them with. They weren't sure at first, but once they started looking around, it was like, hey, come look at this. Hey, come
So like when we would tell them about the Cone Cathedral. Oh, Mr. Dodge, you keep talking about
Andy Dobson.
Hey, hello, Sir Andy of Dobson. But I used to tell my students before we went to see the Cone Cathedral, when we'd do our Rhine River trip with our students, it would be, Mr. Dodge, you keep talking about how big this cathedral is, how big this cathedral is. It just can't be that big. Mr. Dodge, there's no way it's going to be as big. We're going to get there and go, it's not that big, Mr. Dodge. And I just say, okay, whatever. And then they would get to Cone, walk out of the station, look at the cathedral and go, oh my God, that's big. Oh my God, Mr. Dodge, you're right, that's huge. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hello, Santa Bounty. They have talked about Miniature Wonderland is looking 10 years down the road to having an Australian thing in it. The truth is, when they began negotiating the building that they now are housing the South America section in, originally they were going to build France, which they did do up to that section, and then they wanted to do the channel on the bridge they put across the building, and they were going to build England, but they realized it was going to be impossible to get modern digital HO scale British, UK trains, that it would just take so much work.
Yeah.
On top of building it.
It's your double O world.
Yeah. That they just elected not to. So they went with South America, and they're going to do Japan and China. They're going to do Japan, China. I think they've talked India and Australia. And it's a shame. It would be cool if they could get going on an Australia or on a UK center. Because it would be... because they even have an American section.
Right.
But they'll build what they build as they build it. It's been going for 20 years, and it alternates with Neuschwanstein, the fairy tale castle of King Ludwig II.
Right.
It alternates as the most visited place in Germany each year, where it was always Neuschwanstein was number one. Miniature Wonderland has been, and Miniature Wonderland could easily beat the record, but they restrict the number of visitors. They could allow even more in, but they do restrict it. They wrote to you about South Africa. Yeah, that's true. They were talking about the South Africa one too, but that they wrote to you about it, that's really interesting.
That's amazing, yeah.
That's really amazing. You are even more important than we thought you were. Yeah. We thought you were just Basie's connection.
Basie's, yeah.
Basie's funny. Basie and Stasi. Love Basie and Stasi.
With the spares?
Yeah, they even considered it. Yeah, I knew they considered it. I didn't know that's why. I thought, from what I heard, that they finally just decided that it just would look the wrong scale running, because they wanted to run trains from the French section to the British section, and it just was too much of a conflict.
Yeah. The trains go everywhere. Yeah.
And from what I have heard in whispers from some German friends, is that Märklin even introducing the Flying Scotsman locomotive, Märklin had been considered doing a UK line, and they delayed it with the idea that they would do it in conjunction with Miniature Wonderland, and Miniature Wonderland would be 3-rail, but most of Miniature Wonderland's new builds are 2-rail. Miniature Wonderland originally was all 3-rail,
Right.
but now it's some of the old sections are 3-rail, but they're replacing the 3-rail with 2-rail
2-rail.
because the 3-rail is
Plays
wearing
with
out.
more. Yeah, and it plays more with other trains anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they'd be limited to just the Märklin Flying Scotsman.
Well, that's why I was really hoping. I was really hoping that them doing the Flying Scotsman was the start.
Is in Germany.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you are traveling Germany. So yeah, we're in Lübeck right now for the next couple of days, and then we're out of Germany. We're going up to Denmark, and then we're going to end our 4 weeks in Germany in the town of Rostock. Oh, we'll stay in Denmark even if we make them mad at them. We'll just move into a hotel where we can actually sleep in the same bed. We're just So Jean, did you ever answer why you were late, Jean? Why you were late getting here? What happened, Jean?
People had suggestions for you.
I don't want another. I just end my live stream and I'm going to bed and I get a call. Anthony, I must talk to you.
Right. Yeah.
But Jean, you didn't hear you didn't hear the beautiful story about how the guy fixed my train. I think you missed that.
I thought you told him.
Oh no, that's right. I told him on the phone call. Right. Yeah. So you didn't miss that.
He called you when we were waiting for a very delayed.
Yeah. While we're sticking. Yeah.
Hi, Pete.
Hello, Pete and Sue at Delft Junction. Hello. But God, there was a few things to talk about, but we're going to talk about because we went around Lübeck because Lübeck. Joyce and I were in Lübeck with my son and younger daughter in 2008.
Right.
When we just took a day.
Trip.
We took a family trip. We couldn't get our daughter Lynn, but we got our other daughter Liz and my son AJ, and we came up to Lübeck. So it was kind of interesting to go and stand in some places like, okay, I remember standing here with my son and daughter, and it's over 17 years ago. So you really feel the you feel the time distance. It hits me that it was over 20 years ago I started my exchange program. You know, it was 22 years ago I ran home to Joyce and said, Joyce, we're going to Germany.
Right. Yeah.
23 years ago was 2002.
Didn't ask. It was a statement.
It was a statement. We're going to Germany.
Okay.
The hamming is going in the shed for you. Oh, you mean the hammock?
Yeah, hammock.
The hammy? The hamming? The hamming?
Is it a 2-person hammock?
We can make it that way.
Sure we could.
Oh, indeed. We can make anything 2-person.
Sure we could, yeah.
Okay. Shh. You behave.
Oh, okay.
I gave you that little
time flies. It really does.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for that one, Randall. 2002, I graduated high school. Yeah, you feel the age. We do feel the age with that. But we went to the marzipan factory today and did that. Yeah. But Lübeck is such a great town.
2 of the 3 children said they'd like some marzipan. We got to list some anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of children, well, it's probably not quite time.
Oh, he should be in bed.
No, he shouldn't. It's 4:00 back home.
Oh, you're right. It is. So okay.
4:00 back home.
Yeah, you're right.
It's 4 in the afternoon. Hey, Kine, if you're out there. Yeah. No, you may think it's only for me, Jean, but Joyce ain't going to let you do that without joining me. Indeed. Joyce will be figuring out, okay, never mind. When are we due home? June 25th, we leave Germany.
Right.
June 25th. So we still got...
So, we're here for
we got 19 days yet. Artie's la 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 la. That's Smokey.
Yeah.
Oh, gross! Stop it! La 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 la.
6 a.m. there, right. Well, Artie had said he just fell asleep. I'm like, geez, I thought Artie was pretty awake. We were finally in the same time zone for him.
And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun.
Yeah.
And you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking.
Well, we did try to, make it the same time, so it wouldn't be too hard.
What's that?
The live feed.
Oh, our live stream's
we
on at
made
the
it
same
the
time.
same time,
We keep it
so
at the same time.
you're
Yeah, we
used
could do
to
it
it.
later, but it's not like a lot of the American crowds here. Randall's here. But is there any other American here?
Oh, you're a former student.
Well, the former student.
But no, that's it.
That was it. Well, you're not going to go that far back. Oh, Canadian. Where are we? CLL. We are in Lübeck, Germany right now.
Yeah, not really where we belong, but...
What do you mean not where we belong?
Well, we normally we belong in America.
No, Delph, I actually have not bought that much.
No, these bags are awfully heavy, though.
I have bought these two pivoting, rotating top cars.
Those are the Australian, New Zealand people talking to each other, Canadian. It's 6 o'clock in the morning in New Zealand.
No, they're in Australia.
They're in Australia. Okay, so 6 o'clock in Australia and Eastern Australia, by the way.
And then I bought this one, but I showed this one on last week's live feed.
And yeah, so other than smoking,
Keep holding it in the wrong place.
other than smoking sets, you still need to tip it.
Yeah, I know, but this is 10 seconds behind. There it is. Yeah. So I bought off rate so far. That's weird. But yeah, so I haven't bought a lot because I am looking for very specific things.
Sun is down here too.
I almost found one, but then it was DC.
Oh, Steve,
Hey, Steve.
don't go there, bud. There's another American.
What did Joyce
What
get?
did I get?
The bill.
That's about it. Yeah, I think you all know I am not a shopper, and I do not collect things. So
I might differ with you. Don't collect things, but yeah. Joyce is the penny pincher of the family. She's the banker.
right, and so this works out better.
Hey, Dominic.
Yeah.
We are here, Ben fetching, eating snacks. Okay.
Well,
we don't have to change.
Yeah, tell us.
All right, we'll just do it. Is Kyan watching?
Is he watching? Does he want to hello? I got the experience of seeing joy in Anthony's face.
Okay, are you ready? We got to do it low. Although, no, this phone won't cut out as much
Right.
as the computer one did. Kyan! Hey, Kyan! Opa loves you!
Mama loves you.
We'll talk to you by phone. Lynn, we love you, and Chris, and AJ, and Val, and Elizabeth. Although Elizabeth never watches my live streams.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't. And now we are dropping Kiel. Jean Ricard, Kiel was my choice. The one who's losing out is me, not Joyce. If I decide we're not going to go to Kiel, Joyce isn't going like, but you promised me Kiel. Joyce is like, okay, if you don't think it's going to work.
I mean, I do like to travel. I mean, this is great going from
Place to place to place.
place to place. I absolutely love seeing new things and meeting new people, and yeah.
And so if it fits our time schedule better, for example, that's what we did with Zarberg. We just decided it made more sense to just...
Lots of pictures, too.
We got done in Trier early enough that we just felt like, let's just keep going.
Dominic, that's sad. That's YouTube, though.
Yeah.
You'll get them back, probably.
They'll come back. Yeah, I noticed several people, and a lot of people talk about views are down, and of course, views are a relative thing. But a lot of people, I noticed a couple of bigger channels, they put out videos that would normally get 700, 800, 900 views at the time I saw them, and they were at 250.
Just wondering.
It's just it's people are traveling, people are working.
Right.
Yeah, it's that time of year where YouTube drops. I had to go back and look and notice that at this time last year, before we went to Germany, my live streams were getting 300, 400 people. But once we went to Germany, came back, the views were back down. And that's why I do sometimes wonder about it. But I had the Hornby video got 20, I think it's up to 2,600 views now.
Mara. Yeah, it's going
Mara.
well.
Mara.
Travel.
Mara.
It's, we've had little this and that going on, but really we're having a wonderful time.
Yeah, overall, I haven't. Did I see that one, Dominic? Now again, Dominic, if I didn't see it, Joyce and I don't have a lot of time. I managed to catch about 4 YouTube videos today, but usually normally Joyce is at work and I'm home watching YouTube. Right. We're out and about. Right. We are on vacation. We're traveling.
I keep Anthony moving.
Yeah, she keeps me moving. So Joyce is getting what she wants. Her thing is motion and seeing things. So that's what Joyce gets. She gets to see different places and get out and walk around. And I get to go to train shops if we fit one in. But I like it too. I mean, because I do.
Yeah, this wouldn't work if Anthony didn't like
it. I have a checklist of things I want to see in Germany and then in surrounding countries. And we're starting late in life. But when we do vacations, I do the planning. I just say, I give her options like we can stay here and that way we can see this, and this. And the thing is, I try to keep it where it's not too many walk around museums because Joyce gets museum.
Yeah, my eyes start to glaze after a while.
Yeah, and now we've been to a few castles because we did Kochum. We didn't go into the castle at Saarburg. What other castle did we go into? We've seen a few castles, but how many did we go into? Because Joyce will get castled out. Where I can keep going through castles, Joyce will get castled out. She'll get, okay.
Well, that should be fun, Randall.
Oh, yeah.
Dortmund. Yeah, we got some grain hoppers. That was the new thing this week.
So,
and because you were asked if you got anything new.
Yeah, I've picked up 3 freight cars.
Yeah, no locos yet.
But no locos yet. I wasn't necessarily. There's only one loco. Well, 2 locos. I'm specifically looking for over here. That
makes it a lot harder.
I'm looking for hoping to find a shop. I'm looking for a Lufthansa, American Lufthansa Express. The 111 or the 103. I'd prefer the 103, but if I could find the 111. The problem is they're both with sets, and you got to find the sets. But if somebody happens to have one stored somewhere, because these are older sets, they're 20 years old. Right. I can buy them on eBay. I can buy them on eBay, but that's one of the locals I'm looking for. I'm also looking for an older class 03 or class 01, maybe even a class 10 high-speed passenger steamer.
Coaches, yeah, but they're so expensive.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. We are we're live from Lübeck.
Yeah.
Live from Lübeck. I'll have to go in.
A very old building.
Very old building. Our room is 400 some years old, and the modern electronics and equipment and heating system and flooring and oven and stove might not make it feel that old, but the wonky floors and odd walls and the stone and the wooden beams definitely make it feel old.
Yeah.
That sounds cool, Mauro. We actually did Belgium, Netherlands, Germany in a day, but that was it. The Truzar experience, yeah. But many years back, I traveled on Lufthansa train to Frankfurt for my return flight to Edinburgh. Yeah, I really would like to get one. I really want the 103 because I think the 103 is a cooler looking locomotive than the 111. But at this stage, see, it's one of the few things I got from Herb I have not run yet is the Lufthansa trains because he's got a Lima DC locomotive and one Lima car, and then he's got two Märklin cars.
Oh, that's cool. Traveled on the Lufthansa train to Frankfurt for his return to Edinburgh. Huh.
That could be, Senator Bonnie. So we're just hoping and looking. I've seen them on eBay. I was just hoping I might find one live here and not buy. And if not, the money I set aside. But I'm also, the big thing I'm also looking for are the night jet cars, the right night jet cars, which unfortunately, I really thought Hunterbines might have it. And they only had a DC set from Roco, which was the 4 blue night jet Austrians with 4 Swiss cars. And I didn't want the 4 Swiss car. I want a 6 or 8 car Austrian set.
It's very picky.
Yes, I'm very picky that way. Yeah, I buy a lot of things because that's the other thing is I collect Weiss beer glasses. I collect wheat beer glasses with the logo of each city we visit. So I've already got Trier, Aachen, and Cochem. I did not get Saarburg because
we were too late.
We were too late to get to the tourist shop in Saarburg, and not that they really had one. Yeah.
Let's see some of the glasses.
Well, they're kind of all safely wrapped up right now.
Yeah, we really don't want to take them out, to be honest. This is our house.
Yeah, the Saarburg.
Yeah.
There's Saarbrücken and Saarburg, and I really wanted to get up to Saarbrücken, and we didn't go that far. But it's been a great time. But we talked to a gentleman yesterday on a train where...
we were near Luxembourg. We're not.
We were very close to Luxembourg, but not anymore.
Yeah, we thought about
We're close to Denmark. Is the closest foreign country from where we are right now.
Yeah. Huge Belgian beer glass collection.
Yeah, I'll probably do a video on my beer glass collection when I get back to the United States. Because I'll be adding, well, at least one more, if not 2 more.
Yeah, there's a lot of train shops.
Oh, yeah, there are. We have visited a few.
A lot of beer in Germany.
I've been to a lot of model train shops on this trip. I've been to 4 already, and we've got a few more going. Like I said, we're not going to go up to Kiel and do that.
You had a Weiss beer in Saarburg.
I had a couple of Weiss beer.
Yeah.
I like Weiss beer. Not a lot of people don't like how hearty it is, but I love it.
You don't like wheat beer, and I said, I think you're right, but I'm going to try it anyway. And then I tried it and went, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Monsville, I collect the beer glasses because they're a cool tourist thing. I suppose it'd been smarter if I did shot glasses. But I don't drink a lot of beer in America. When I'm in Germany, I won't say I have a beer a day, but I'm close.
Beer tastes like beer.
I've had a beer almost every day. I've not had a beer today.
Yeah, we had wine instead.
I had wine instead.
La-di-do-di-do.
We went to a fancy Italian restaurant. Yeah, Pete, that Hunterbines it's massive. It's a very cool shop.
Yeah.
I missed somebody.
Center Bounty.
We're for beers. Yeah, Clive. Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Right.
Yeah, in where you're at, Center Bounty. Yeah, Pilsners are awesome. I love Pilz. I think Pilz is Joyce's favorite style of beer.
Mm-hmm.
I can do Weissbier, Pilz, Dunkelbrau. I don't have a... Pilz is probably my favorite, but when I have a good Weiss beer or a Radler or, it just, if I have so many Pilz, then a Weiss beer just tastes exquisite.
Mm.
But yeah, we've been having a great, and I drink more beer in 4 weeks in Germany than I do the rest of the year in the United States by far.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 pace.
Right.
Just because I can't get the great ones. Oh, and my buddy Mick, I did have a Kronbacher while I was here. I also had a Königsbacher, which is really good too. What was the other one we had a Paulaner.
A Paulaner was good.
I don't remember last time. It's probably been 20 years since I had a Paulaner, if I had one. If I've had one. But Paulaner was really good. The Paulaner we had was really good.
No need to apologize. It's terrible.
Oh, we hate American beer. Bud.
Yeah, it is awful.
American Budweiser. Yeah. Because, the German Budweiser, which is now a Czech beer. But you don't have to apologize.
No, we don't take it personally.
Yeah.
That's why he drinks beer here, because it tastes like beer. It's good.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll hit some of the shots with Artie. That's why I'm rearranging some schedules, because I had things that I was going to try to rush to get done on Sunday with Artie, and life is going to be much easier if I just decide not to go to Kiel. I'm not going to miss it. Do I want to go to Kiel? Sure. But it's not at the top of the list. It was just something to do while we were here. But I need to get down into Delmenhorst to take some pictures, because I am so motivated on what I'm doing with my layout now. I need to get some pictures of the town of Delmenhorst, because I am now ready to start moving into that, getting the Fowler car working, and adding the last couple of elements to start building Delmenhorst properly. Even though it looks built up, it's time to really start getting it there. Mm-hmm. Plus, I really want to have my Swiss veal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our kids, Hamburg is one of their favorite towns. All my kids went on the exchange program. Plus, they traveled with us before they were in high school. Well, my daughter started high school the first year, so she was part of the very first exchange program. But they all have they have things they always love to get. Like, there's a certain jacket my one daughter loves from Hamburg, and so we got to get it. And then my other daughter likes a sort of like a hand.
It's a messenger bag.
Messenger bag. That's that we always get in Hamburg. So it'll be some fun to take Artie down to the Landungsbrücke and then hit a couple of the model shops.
Mara, I'm having a very nice trip.
Yeah, Rodeburger is also good. Another great beer I had. Because, see, that's just it. We're talking about what I'm buying. But a lot of the trips we're doing are for Joyce. I mean, the thing is to get Joyce out and hike. So I am hiking mountains and hills and going places. Like, we took a very long hike to that 3.
Yeah, we did.
We've hiked in the rain. We've hiked in the woods. We're hiking by rivers. These are all things Joyce loves.
Right.
And, I mean, I enjoy them, but we do a lot of these trips because I'm more into the historical stuff. I want to go see this castle. I want to go see this grave. I want to go see this.
Challenging myself going up.
And Joyce wants the nature walks.
Understand in Toledo at home, we're in a very, very flat area, so it's hard to challenge myself. So it's like when we get somewhere else,
Spattenbrau.
And I love it, absolutely love it. Heart rate's up to 173. This is awesome.
And I'm usually behind.
Yeah, years ago he wouldn't have done any of this. So he's learned. That's what I want to do.
I challenge, one of the biggest gifts I give her is I will often challenge my very severe fear of heights.
Yeah.
And just to continue the walk and like, I don't like the looks of this.
Well, yeah,
and I personally, if I was alone,
there were no cliffs where we walked up a hill.
Yeah, we walked up. But there are parts where I would not be walking if it weren't for Joyce. I wouldn't be going that because I just my fear of heights just gets so ridiculous. Well, walking up some of the castle and the walkway, where you've got that. Oh, look at this safety bar. Rattle, 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 rattle. Yeah, that's 130-foot drop. Rattle, 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 rattle.
Yeah, we've been on some, good drops. Austria's very good.
my fear of heights. And I'll tell her.
Doesn't Austria have some of the Alps in it?
Austria is, do you mean Australia? Austria, I've been into Austria a few times. I haven't seen the flat part yet, other than like Innsbruck is on a plains between the mountains.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that. Switzerland's got some flat areas too, but we have been as far over as Vienna, and even Vienna has some rolling to it.
A little bit. Yeah.
Definitely. Only the best beer or stout you can think of. See, and that's where I create that's where I apologize to you, Pete, because I can't stand Guinness. I think it's awful. I have had Guinness a couple of times, and I cannot stand it. I always try to give a second one.
This trip has had a lot of rain in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Only a joke. The only non-mountain areas is around Vienna. Okay.
I wondered, but then again, since you drive trains through Austria, I figured you might say, oh, there's this area here. But every area I've been in has been kind of bouncy. But
no, neither
that's
one
just
of us
the
are
girls.
coffee drinkers.
Sorry.
We are not coffee drinkers.
Yep. No, we don't do coffee.
Or tea.
I'll occasionally drink tea, but if it's offered, Joyce.
Oh yeah, I've got
Guinness
some
is not
people
pleasant.
agreeing with you about Guinness.
Oh, good. I'm not alone. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one in the world.
Got the Guinness keg flat wagons.
Brian from the Angel Share Model Railway channel.
All right, Efo.
Efo, take care. Good night.
Okay. People like coffee are good with stouts. Okay.
Kind of lost track of what I was saying there.
Yeah, you're right, Cinder Bounty.
Oh, you can't walk. That's what I like about Germany. There's a bakery every 5 houses and a Bierstube every 10.
Yeah.
And it's just nice. You just walk through and look on the menu. What sounds good today? All right, we don't want to eat here. Let's just walk. Oh, let's eat here. And we never fail to entertain ourselves. We just, I don't know what the luck is. We find places and we just decide to. It was like I had a burger, a cheeseburger at this place. It was in Cochem, wasn't it?
No. Oh, this year?
Yeah. Where did I get the cheeseburger this year? That was really good.
It's probably Cochem.
Was it Cochem or Saarburg?
No, Cochem you had currywurst.
Oh, that's right. So it must have been Saarburg.
Yeah, it was Saarburg.
Yeah, because they looked at me funny because I said all I want on the burger is cheese and mayonnaise because it came with all these things. And
all these vegetables.
all these horrible things that rabbits eat. Rotwein. We had just decided to sit there and all of a sudden I said, a burger sounds good. Oh my God, this was one of the best burgers I ever had. Maybe not quite as good as the one I had in Bamberg, but right up there. It's like, oh my goodness, that was good food. But Joyce and I just randomly pick a we'll go through, look at the menus, and try to decide what about. Well, they got this and they got this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in the mood for that. No. What about Italian? No, okay, not in the mood for Italian today. Okay. And we'll finally find a place. Oh, a burger sounds good. Oh, well, this chicken sounds good. All right, let's eat here. And it's always good food.
Yeah, we do.
Now, we're not food snobs.
We're not.
We don't have cultured taste.
Yeah.
We like a good place, and if it's a greasy, what we call a greasy spoon dive, we're comfortable there. Probably the most uncomfortable we are is at the really fancy restaurants, which we don't eat at occasionally.
Yeah.
Even the one we ate at today, the Italian restaurant we ate at today, felt like it felt very fancy, but we ate there alone for the first few minutes. We came at they were sitting there bored. There was nobody there, and we walked in.
Well, we had an early dinner.
Yeah, it was a little bit early.
Yeah.
Are you guys open? Like, yes, please come in. It's like, no.
And we got a couple big groups behind us about 15 minutes later. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of groups came in, so we were just ahead of the rush.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good food. So we've had 2 different restaurants we've hit here, and both times it's been good food. And then we do the continental breakfast. We go to a bakery, get some bread and some local meat and cheese, and have a continental breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, the Zillertalbahn. I want to ride that when we go back down. I don't need a Guinness to cheer me up at those restaurants.
Oh, Susie.
We've only had one restaurant where we've tried to be polite and the people just weren't responding, and that was at a snob restaurant in Koblenz.
Yeah.
We were recommended it by some people. Oh, it's a very good restaurant. And I went in there speaking German, and the waiter was being such a jerk. This young guy.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was. I don't understand you. Like,
just kept acting. In my opinion, he was acting like he didn't understand me. I don't know if he realized I was an American, because I was speaking German, and I said, I didn't think my German. I looked at Joyce. I said, I didn't think my German was that bad. And the guy at the table with a very thick Rhenish accent looked at me and said, it isn't.
Yeah, right. So no, he was just being a jerk.
Yeah.
We find most of the time when we're in a different country, people really appreciate it when you try to speak their language.
Yeah, because I can speak German.
He speaks it well.
And I've hit the point, because like the first few days I'm in Germany, I have a very rough accent, and then I slowly work into the accent. Now,
kangaroos drink hoppy beer.
Kangaroos drink very hoppy beer.
Well, they make any beer hoppy, I think, is what it is. You should try his German. Well, next time we see you, Alan, you should give us...
Well, Alan, there is a difference, because you're not as fond of Germany as I am.
Right.
Your heart is to Spain and France, understandably so. My heart is to Germany, and I do love being here. I love talking to the people, making friends with people. And I mean, I think anybody who met us would agree, except for Jean Ricard, because he deserves differently, is Joyce and I try to be very polite people, very friendly people. We are very willing, all we want to do is make your job easy. If you're serving us food, we're going to make your job easy. And we're going to talk to you. We're going to help you. We help people. We like to help people.
Yep.
Whether it's putting their luggage up on a train or giving directions. Yeah, there's definitely ND62. There are rude people everywhere.
It's true.
Von den Eisenbahn. I have looked on eBay, and it is there. I can look right now. I can even tell you all the numbers.
Right.
There's 2668, 2666, 2868, and 2866. Those are the 4 different Lufthansas. It's the 103 and the 111, the analog version and the digital version. So that's the 4 numbers. So they are on eBay. I just, I wanted to see if I could find them in a shop or even see if somebody traded in, just because really all I want is the locomotive, but I will buy the set. If I don't buy anything in Germany other than a couple of cars, I mean, if I get desperate when we're in Rostock and I haven't bought anything yet, I might say, oh, that's a locomotive I want. But right now what I'm looking for is older. I'm looking for a class 03 or
cool.
01. What's that?
Pauline and Rick. He says Pauline's dragging him to Berlin.
Oh, hey, Rick and Pauline, how great to see you.
Yeah.
I've missed watching your videos the last week or so. I mean, not that you miss it with all the views you get, but I love your videos. But yeah, with our traveling here in Lübeck, we're in Lübeck now, but we were in Koblenz for a week. We don't have time to watch YouTube. Joyce makes me get off my butt and hike everywhere.
It's true.
I just pick where we're going to go, and then Joyce says, here's how we're going to go. There's a hill with a path here, honey, but if we go, no, honey, we're taking the hill with the path. Wait, honey, the path continues on. I know, but we need to go back to town this way. No, let's see what's down this a little further. 3 towns later. Honey, we came out on the wrong side of the mountain.
Hey,
yeah, well, we know how to get back.
Yeah, we found the rich people. Some amazing houses there.
Yeah, I mean, Germans, I love Germans except at train stations. When you're at a train station, Germans are cutthroat.
Pretty competitive.
You will have 15-year-old girls, 15-year-old girls a third my size will throw an elbow into my guts to beat me onto a train.
Yeah.
The German, that's the one thing I would even tell my students that on a train where we didn't have reserved seats and we had to get on, I told my students, I know I tell you to be polite and use all the polite terms. No, you elbow and get your way on that train.
Keep looking at our laundry. We have to move it.
I haven't lost any pounds yet because Joyce and I keep discovering beautiful wines and beers and
yeah, we're eating fine. Yeah.
Oh, who are we kidding? Let's introduce the decadence. What? Wrong light.
I was gonna say, is that what you want?
Where's the light switch? There's a little bit of light.
Brian Rock Grill fan.
Hey, Brian!
Hi, Brian.
Great to have you, Brian. Hi. This isn't even the high class stuff. This is just the nibbly good stuff. Ritter, cacao mousse. This stuff is my heroin.
It's very good indeed.
This is what we haven't eaten.
That's true.
This is just waiting to be eaten.
Right. Yeah, just the right time. Yeah. We find Italian ice cream, which is amazing.
Oh, Italian ice. Yeah, Italian ice. Italian ice cream. And then we have the Hanutas.
Hanuta. It's upside down.
It's upside down.
Yeah, you have to advertise it the right way.
I'm addicted to these things. Yeah. This isn't even talking the ice cream. And you know, Germans don't starve you like those fancy restaurants do, where they charge you $100 a plate and you get like 5 drops of food. No, we went to the restaurant where the guy was rude, and I ordered the bigger schnitzel plate. It was Artie. If Artie's still here,
yeah.
Artie, remember your sports club schnitzel where they gave us 2 big ones? This one, it was 3.
Mm-hmm.
And a pile of pommes, French fries. Oh my God. And they were delicious. And I ate 2.5 of them.
Right,
and I shouldn't have.
Yeah. I ordered the smaller one, which was 2.
Yeah. Oh my God.
2 big ones. It was
I had
plenty of food.
I had a ricotta and spinach ravioli today, which was very good. With a red wine.
Yeah. Sparkling water. No, he's just comparing size already.
I hate to say it, but the Germans make it better.
Well,
yours was good, Artie.
They're closer to the source, Artie.
Closer to the
That's
source.
all. But yours were good. It's fine.
But heck,
All right, take care, Munsville.
All right, Munsville. Take care. Thanks for hanging out with us. So yeah, it's been we're moving a lot, but we're definitely eating well. We're gonna have to get on back to the big diets and get back to full-scale exercising when we get back home. And then we just bought a crap load of marzipan for our kids.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we did.
But we really try. We try to only eat one big meal a day, and then we have the sandwich, breakfast, or whatever, and then a snack. So there's only one meal a day.
We do just
but
one meal.
There's just so many good foods, and sometimes you go, that sounds good. We did hit our Dietsch's once. Once. Dietsch's is cardboard pizza that's made with heroin. If you haven't heard us talk about Dietsch's pizzas, we're going to have to take Artie down into Delmenhorst and find the one Dietsch's still going and let him figure out how. But Artie's got to go to Delmenhorst and take. And get. We got to.
Agreed.
But Artie, I really think we've decided we're going to come down to. We're going to come down to Hamburg and go down to Delmenhorst tomorrow if you're up for that. I don't know if you made plans for tomorrow. I mean, we can go to... All right. Hey, Aaron. Welcome in, Sir Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
But we're going to go down to Delmenhorst tomorrow instead of trying to rush down. So if you want to go with us to Delmenhorst and see the station that I built on my layout, it'll be tomorrow afternoon. We'll just have to try to arrange time. I don't know what you have planned in Hamburg, but if you want to hang out with us...
Yeah, we'll find you.
We can just tell you meet us at the station because I'll buy a state ticket. Because the nice thing is if I buy a state ticket,
you can use the subways.
Like buy the Hamburg state ticket, then we can just use it because it's good all the way through. They have reciprocity where it's good through all 3 states. The thing is, if you're going to go with us, we'd have to buy the ticket now, but we'd have to buy the ticket and put it as a 3-person.
Yeah, right.
Because basically it starts with the basic price, and then each person you add to the ticket is €8. Right.
Yeah, you've been on over 2 hours, 2.5.
No, I haven't.
It's 10:37. Oh,
yeah, that's an hour and a half. Yeah, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Now I was going to wind up a bit, but I did want to go a little bit. We just have to... Since we're not going to get up early and rush off to Kiel. Yeah, I like currywurst, but to be honest, just a good bratwurst. But anytime I can find, I find it in the south more than the north, but if you can find where they have the bratwurst with cheese in it, they'll call it a Käsewurst. Not to be confused with Leberkäse, which has nothing to do with cheese, or the Fleischkäse, or Käsefleisch, which also has nothing to do with cheese. But so I haven't bought a lot of train stuff yet, but I have bought a couple of things. Yes, Greg. Bratwurst in Germany is a very different thing. When you get Johnsonville brats, they taste nothing like any bratwurst I've ever had in Germany. Every now and then you can get bratwurst from certain butchers that taste like German brats. But the majority of them...
Generally speaking, they do not.
They do not. And in Germany, there's 10,000 bratwurst. There's Berliner Wurst, Thüringer Wurst, which is the most famous. Berliner Wurst, Thüringer Wurst. Because a currywurst is usually a Thüringer Wurst with curry ketchup. You got Rotwurst, Rotbratwurst. Yeah, you've got the Frankfurters, the Würsteln, and there's just hundreds of different types of bratwurst. Bockwurst, Knockwurst, Blutwurst, Sommerwurst.
Yeah.
Although Tringerverse is
I don't think you need to go on.
Okay, yes, dear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could meet at Nagel's Jean Ricard, but see, Artie is staying near Miniature Wonderland. He's not that far. He's in the Speicherstadt, and that's a bit of a subway tram ride to the train station. But we'll just have to try to set up with your plan tomorrow is to find this woman, but you can do that later. Oh, I thought she's in Hamburg. They call it all Heartstoppers. Then there's Fricadella. Yeah, there's Fricadella, which are fine. Depends on what they throw in them. Because a lot of times they'll throw like gherkin or cabbage and that in, and then I don't like it. But a good fricadella can be good.
Bye, Pete.
All right, Pete, take care. Best wishes to you and Sue. Because, yeah, we're going to start. Yeah, you're a 5-minute walk from Miniature Wonderland. But, yeah, because we'll have to see what time we get down to Hamburg. But we'll probably have to set up meeting at the station. And so she's somewhere. Well, all right, you let us know if you work it out with her. Otherwise, we'll try to set up a time. But I'm going to try not to get up too early. I would think we're not going to get to Hamburg before 10 o'clock. But like I said, there's things we want to do, and maybe just go to Delmenhorst and get it over with. And if you can't join us, we'll go to Delmenhorst and do what I want to do in Delmenhorst. But
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We can even exchange text messages real quick after this, or
that's cool.
Yep. You can see the place from your motel room.
You just learned the best first and the worst first.
The best of the worst and the worst of the worst. I can't tell you the best of the worst. I've had so many good ones. I can tell you where the 2 best schnitzels I've ever had in the world are. One is in a little town called Ratten.
Yeah, it is.
Ratten.
It is.
And the other one is in Kempten. Not even in Vienna did I have a schnitzel as good as the one I had at Kempten.
Right, yeah.
That was... Okay. I loved that so much the cook came out and gave me a hug.
Yes, he did. Well, Anthony was enthusiastic.
Well, yeah, Senator Bounty, America doesn't have quite as strict food laws of what the crap you can throw in.
The worst comes to the worst.
When it comes to the worst, Germans are the best. But pumped. We've all got our little puns here at Best and Worst.
Chatting with the eldest.
So, yeah. So I had a nice show planned. We had pictures I wanted to share, but our local internet. I'm doing this on my
phone.
My own Wi-Fi.
Phone looking at the.
Oh, I mentioned the Frankfurter if you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I mentioned the Frankfurter, but all right. So yeah. There was so much I wanted to share and do picture-wise, really, guys, show you a little bit about Lübeck, this beautiful town we're in. Mm-hmm. It is a very pretty town. The weather's been funny today because it has been rain squall, sunny sky, drizzle, rain squall, sunny sky, squall, sunny sky, drizzle.
If you look over here, it looks really nice. You look over here, it's very dark gray.
It just goes through. And unfortunately, there's a lot of arcades and... arcade.
You could get out of it.
Where you can duck out real fast. Or duck into the church
marzipan
real fast. Yeah, the only disappointment is I went to the Marienkirche here in Lübeck because I wanted to see the Lübecker Toten tents because they say it's there. Except it's not open to the public. They don't tell you that when you pay the money to go in. They have a replica of it enlarged so that you can see it, but I was mad. Sort of like when we were in Vienna in 2023 and I went to see the crown of Otto the Great and all the Habsburgs, and oh yeah, that's not here.
Yeah, she told him it was here. It's like,
So,
that's not the first thing.
all right. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up short. You know, normally I go 3 hours, but I just don't have trains running to keep things entertaining.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you all for
You.
coming up and checking in with us. Again, if you check us on Facebook, we do post some pictures. We'll put videos on Joyce's channel once we get back to America. And if we catch any more shops, I will make videos of those too.
Right.
Because I've enjoyed that, and many of you have enjoyed seeing these little shops. So I like to give them shout outs. So, all right. So, until next time, I will say, are you looking on camera? Auf Wiedersehen.
Cheers.
And happy trains.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.